Here are the top 10 African countries with the highest electricity access. Now, before I give my take concerning that, first of all, let's watch them.
African countries with the highest electricity access. Here are the top 10 African countries providing the highest electricity access to their citizens. Starting off at number 10 is Senegal. Senegal has 70% of the population connected to electricity. While it's not perfect, it is a big deal when compared to many parts of Africa. Next up at number 9, we've got Kenya. 71% of Kenya's 55 million population enjoy access to electricity. And the Kenyan government has made serious progress in just a few years, thanks to bold investments in renewable energy. Number 8 is Botswana. Botswana has 72% electricity coverage, which means nearly 3/4 of its people are connected. This southern African nation has been expanding its grid steadily, with hopes of connecting its entire population to the grid in the closest future. Moving on to number 7, we land in South Africa, where about 84.4% of the population has access to electricity. While that's a pretty high percentage, the story here isn't just about coverage, it's about reliability. Load shedding and power cuts have become part of daily life, reminding us that access alone doesn't guarantee steady supply. Coming in at number 6 is Ghana, shining bright with an 85 to 86% coverage rate. Ghana is often celebrated for being one of the fastest growing economies in West Africa, and energy access has played a huge role in that growth. While it is a solid progress, a push is needed for full coverage. The 5th spot is taken by Gabon, where roughly 91 to 92% of the people have electricity. That's a strong showing, especially considering Gabon's smaller population. Now here's where things get even more impressive. Algeria, which occupies the 4th position, has a staggering 99.8% access to electricity. That's nearly total electrification. Basically everywhere in the country is lit. This is the kind of figure you expect to see in developed countries, and Algeria is proof that large populations in Africa can reach near universal access. And now to the top 3, which have incredibly high supply and access to electricity. Number 3 is Tunisia. In Tunisia, 100% of the population has electricity. From the capital Tunis to the smallest and remotest villages, everyone can switch on the light. The second most powered country on the continent is Morocco. And yes, it's also at 100% electricity access. What makes Morocco's story particularly exciting is how the country has become a leader in renewable energy, powering its grid with massive solar farms like Noor in the Sahara. And finally, taking the number 1 position for electricity access is Egypt. With its over 110 million population, 100% of Egyptians are connected to electricity. Whether it's Cairo's skyscrapers or Nile-side villages, electricity is part of daily life for every citizen. From Senegal's 70% to Egypt's flawless 100%, the story of electricity access in Africa is one of progress, ambition, and resilience, and signals a brighter future for this fast-developing continent.
Now, what did you discover? Nigeria is not among the top 10 African countries with the highest electricity access. And yet we claim that we are the giant of Africa. I beg. Giant of Africa, did they get light? They know they get light. What makes Nigeria, I'd always talk about what makes Nigeria the giant of Africa? When power, electrical power, is absent. To the extent that the federal government, they are buying solar. Federal government, White House, they went to charter solar of about how many billions? With such huge amount of money, can't they use that money to restore power in the whole Nigeria if their life is not full of corruption? I never really see wetin make them call Nigeria the giant of Africa. Now Nigeria, they call themselves the giant of Africa. It is recorded because I have not seen it. If it is population, that's okay. If it is a map, as in how big a country is, okay, it's possible. But if it comes to development, assets, production, What if infrastructure or whatever? Nigeria has zero, grand zero. Grand zero. Yes, there is money in Nigeria, but the problem is the management of the wealth of Nigeria. Both the crude oil, the natural. Let me tell you, Nigeria is blessed with natural resources, but how well have they managed our natural resources? That is the problem. Just the problem is for us to change the current president and have a better president. Now go make Nigeria change. Not another president, but a better president, a good president will know what it takes to become a president. President where they think like a priority development, infrastructure. Not be another old man from nowhere. You sit down and say, I want to be president of next time. This thing. No, not be that kind of one. But how possible is it? Because we all know that 2027 election, they don't do and finish. Jagaban don't enter again. Before time, they don't already finish the election. They don't buy everybody. Let me tell you, I don't talk about before. Tinubu is unopposed 2027 presidential election. He is already the winner. Unopposed, not by merit, but by oppression. I don't talk about before, I'm now still repeating it again. Not by merit, but by oppression. Forget this country. Forget this country. See as they look when they show that the countries where say that they enjoy life, man. You if you're in Nigeria, you go weep. If you're among other countries, man, you'll be celebrating, my dear. Let me tell you, light. You see electricity. This electricity plays a whole deal when it comes to development of a country. You cannot talk of development when there is no power supply. You cannot talk of development. In fact, the first step to development is constant electrical supply or electricity supply. I beg, forget Nigeria, I beg. Please share this video, follow my page, and drop your comment in the comment section. Let me know your take concerning this matter. Until I come away again next time, always remember this. God loves you and so do I. God bless you. Shalom.